She has a plan, a secret mission filled by gratitude and affection. She chooses her mother's favorite breakfast. Delight Foods, House Sakoko, a harmonious blend of flavors crafted with care and devotion. The taste of tradition and comfort. In that moment, their connection deepens, a bond strengthened by a shared experience. Delight Foods, House Sakoko, a delicious breakfast made with care and love in just 2 minutes.
Young penny for who baby say, if you are seeing her, who be in my check. Why not HL? So we pay IT, who they win ye, so we pay support. Slam Technology say your #1 partner. Your office will US in ye, your office will Ghana, so ye, your numbers ni kuhono. So we should share IT classes, we have career coaching, we have support for business, cyber security, free na your partner. Your back here, wow. Slam Technologies, transformation with excellence. Phrases, ya baby, be around me and wow.
Living in Ghana, abroad, a first-timer visiting Ghana, or a company wondering where to get quality service providers in Ghana for any job? Then Ejumapa On Demand Services is here to assist you. Ejumapa On Demand Services connect requesters and service providers such as masons, plumbers, electricians, auto repairers, home and office cleaners, trash collectors, rent agents, spa attendants, roofers, beauticians, teachers, CCTV installers, and all artisans on one platform. Yes, one platform. Trust Ejumapa On Demand Services to sort you out any day, anywhere, and at any time. To download the app, please visit the App Store and Play Store or visit our website www.ejumapa.com.
Hi there, my name is Calipos, the really boss with one S. Happy new month to all of you. Welcome to a month of new possibilities. Do you know why life has been made so easy? It's because of TapTapSend. People, TapTapSend is here to make your life easy if you want to transfer money to Ghana. If you want to transfer from USA, if you want to transfer from UK, Europe, Canada, a lot of places all to Ghana. And guess what? When it comes to Ghana, there's no e-levy charge. So, what are you waiting for? Download TapTapSend on Google Play Store and App Store and be ready for exciting offers coming your way each time, every time on TapTapSend.
TapTapSend. Send more, spend less.
All right, it was a fun more about SVTV Africa. So thank God it's Friday. It's Fridays be I'm here live. Many lawyer wisdom wise man solicitors. If I'm DJ Nyame, or share live on YouTube channel SVTV Africa. Making sure say share link way, subscribe. Unsubscribe tap subscribe so now click all notifications. Send a bear. The video about when you be share. And then many lawyer wisdom I started 5:30, but a lawyer. Late kakra. I started 6 last week. Make I say this time and a bar a baby phone line or WhatsApp call na mo beside the question ask lawyer last week made it to and a bar and kasa bebre nti ask lawyer nti share link the ma onua bi na o question bi obeso bisa lawyer oba tie na we bisa no quick one obi so aba na yidi sa nkomo nti yenko straight na me cross over na me lawyer wisdom akao Emra show no so you be streaming live so a TikTok page so SVTV Africa soon say many lawyer banner we are message to TikTok so now many TikTok phone so account nti so share making sure so be share live way you be streaming live so interested Facebook so you be call live or Facebook see you streaming live so Facebook page so SVTV Africa. So ask lawyer. Yes, ask lawyer. Lawyer Wisdom Akao, wise man solicitors every Friday be in the bar saying it's all sharp. Who join in there, not just say a demo live me. I sure say Facebook so is streaming live. I mean check it. demu yes it's mama share your Facebook so your mama kwa make sure say we share a link way na unu bi so ehun de call betimi afre lawyer nti mama go straight na me invite lawyer me mama kwa aboko de
me hu ye won so hu ti say
me hu ye pa
yeah
aboko UK o
DJ ye gusu kakra
me who baby no more can as a brief about more Europe some but I think the last time about this electronic visa no I don't know said touch on the European one but I see said a new update
yeah ETA electronic travel authorization yes
yeah almost say you more Europe no so
outside said Ethiopia for Ethiopia we did say obia ho ye de so say obia ever say oye wow obia and obia the measures tutu kwam asade dey na e wo hodida with the US and now hodida and they na e from ESTA electronic travel systems authorization Ethiopia and this is for non-visa nationals or the countries that don't have to get a visa to travel to these countries are from the non-visa nationals and applicants. They have to do the ETA. And no, so say UK, and of course, Europe and so of course, you can't just come into their system without any checks. So they are also starting theirs and also electronic travel authorization. So yes, everybody is muzzling up. Everybody wants to show some macho. So to show that, of course, they are on top of their game, especially when it comes to immigration. So yes, Europe has kick-started. I think it's about starting it. UK have started it. US has been there for years. So yes, and 2%. We took any of these European countries. I need to check exactly when it started. When I started or the date it's going to start. If it does, then make sure you have to do your ESTA, not your ETA travel authorization and sana what to me at to quite a honor. So yes, that is what it is. DJ, give me 1 minute for me to roll up some information and
okay it's once I train lawyer wisdom akahono obana oba pair na just me bebie phone line atom na phone line WhatsApp number nti sa number where me de beto screen so no me ka che mo say mun save number na wo show screen so no save so oba na owie ni intro no wie a de obeka bia o ka wie na che say na me kan no ye bie phone line no atom na che say mwetimi afre no straight na mo na kasa wo question bia obesa obisa na we UK nkomo ena ye di nti say wo Canada wo Australia wo US wo bebisa na ono no enye no nkomo na ye di wa UK nkomo ena ye di ono UK or a lawyer UK nti ono di onim no UK nkomo en bebisa na Germany en bebisa na Spain de mo amupe Spain so me de Juliana ebae nti so share programs na eba na Spain na ene mene Canada lawyer ba kudi nkomo me sure say nyame adoma china mo be hu updates bi de bre mo am Canada ba na de UK nkomo nti mene wise man solicitors start to say program we achepa I'm say kobe 4 years krani aboa bebre omo mutie ni ye ni aboa mo yes ebi mo on so ase de bi ase na mesika no information is very important bu a ontie on pay information ti o ai di bu omo na so say na me nimo na me nimo because on pay information is very important ade e be boa you need to know because day in day out no almost a UK say oh man no me bibia be bom e kira no bibia be bom they be as a scientist say follower you don't know what is happening yeah enti in the comment section there me sure say be na be pese omo be frɛ na ofre so ana ti so ba question no menye long say o kasa bebre wo question straight no akọ straight na lawyer you are no enti me twen lawyer wisdom aka also oba na ma hwese me the TikTok so the TikTok na be kan wa na you stream live so TikTok se na be ya TikTok phone so betimi tie but eba no phone in segment ne dia me na man the screen so na wo hwe no nti service ana ma we ana screenshot it to all the tro sa ana ma we to and I fresh so am srew se wo hwe wo TV so a make sure say wo be low volume no kra ansa na wa free because so friend na wutie o hwe TV no na o kasa e be delay internet e be delay to bounce feedback e be delay fena me kasa wo tie o TV so da bi o ba TV no mute no because so be kasa o phone so nti wo de mute no volume no ansa na wa kasa nti me twen na comment section mo am o hwe nyina me ma kwa ba Babra baby o me ma akwa ba Daniel Bacha me da ma akwa ba Albert Usu me ma akwa ba Haj Haj is it Adum and Adam see I mean ni kra I tulip I for start the way I tulip I need to see well hey Adam Haj mo akwaba he say watching me straight from Libya so mo akwaba Africanity legacy welcome on board Saflin Sefako how say my body mo akwaba Augustine me mo akwaba good evening DJ good evening lawyer me ma akwaba mo amhwe mu nyina mo share link no ya wo hwa simple just share link no YouTube link no video na wo hwa ase no bon say share bi wo click so wait me a share ko WhatsApp group mo status friends share ma obi na obi so mbehwe bi ebeboa no ntie de eko share ma onua bi o hwe wo Facebook and still just share share link no share ko o page so no obi so be hu obi so o Facebook or no so be hu no so abe join it share information omo interest on beba obi wo a oni obaka se onim ba o share na beboa no abranoma nyako abranoma PL DJ PL me mo akwaba eba SVTV Africa so enti me twen lawyer mo amhwe nyina mo ma me hu se o hwe wa just obetimi say hello or comment section na me hu say o so hwe yen enti na de lawyer ba ya na che say me bebie phone line na my friend no on WhatsApp only WhatsApp call offer director Emma only WhatsApp call until number no and screen so nti save it but me saving as SVTV Africa yes u save ya na just eno ano na yeko okay nti lawyer waba
paper cho yentwaso that's it.
Okay lawyer nti wa ma intro na wie dia na yeka say be pick course na me mbie line ntum we wie ana say one more
yes so yeah just
I think so when me hu in normal ka say best start April,
yes, so it's to extend it
April
to
2nd.
Yes, so the UK actually wants to extend to Europe visitors, so that is the intention. So yes, from April, which is just next month, is going to apply, and I believe so every country is going to, like I'm saying, with all the issues going on around the world, every country per se will put their borders in check, and yeah, they can say just in case you never know what it is. So yes, from April thereabout, also UK is extending the electronic travel authorization to visitors. So please take note of that. Then of course, this is very interesting. Yenim say a minimal buyer with EU family permit. Ebe count papa no anam mame ho. DJ nye ye ho se say ni say omo amaware yiyu fo no na bi opese okofa wo yire ana oba aba wo yire na ba na okunu na aba na opese okofa wo ma eba no nia koso se say ani say wo ya application the entry clearance office e Ghana nia omo ni say omo befa wo a wire application na che no na omo akọ contact EU national na omo abisa ni say onem bibi fa sa application no ana that is 1. 2 omo frani ding omo date of birth no more san bisa say why your application ama obi foforo da ana wo ye application ama amofra foforo ana na omo de no ebetutu application na why ho to determine say ampa say wona wa approve this application no. Now the problem is this, and the reason why they are doing this is this. A binomo almost suspected, Home Office 4 suspected say a binomo fa ye nenechi na akoya application na de ne ma aba beka amohu ewo ha womreko a ye ne no onim hwe emfa application no. So the Home Office is now conducting some serious checks with regards to EU dependent applications or family member applications. And say we will be our EU name. Now we application Mr. So only ukuno ana we no entiasia enye juma bomoden na sort nema out and sana with the application akotom. And yes, and some fra omo hu se na oba na obema say onim hwe fees application ho a it will be refused. Now omo mfre number na wo would ya to application form ni so enye no number frɛ eya omo frɛ on say you for ni na obi awo free settled status and a settled status and a e-visa and information na would ya to sa Home Office record ni so the portal ni so no sa number no na eya omo ko check enye number na would ya to application form no na omo frɛ obi afa si ono ni sa nipa we omo be fa echi na wako check number na wo nipa ni e-visa ni so no ana email na wo nipa ni e-visa ni so no eno na omo be fa so na wo dia contact nipa na and wo dia wo ho wonim sa application ne beba wo twan na Home Office form wo echi na mako yesa checks no and ni America ni say wo person your application ma wo ba wa ware you ni wo person your application ma wo ba ebe ya say one separate mpo a bomodin na emantiase enye adwuma because Home Office will contact the EU national. So I'm contacting now or say when you fill application it will be refused. So this is a warning to all of us. In fact, this is an information. I mean, kind of say it's not a warning, but it's an information to all of us. Your application say yeah, family members about UK particularly and especially family members of EU nationals will call your application that you are about UK. So that is for your information. So DJ, last week my boss said a around and they are finding every way to compress the number of people who are ever UK. My mom, just some brief information. DJ Usha almost say asylum claim was 108,000, and that is even a reduction from the previous years. Then Usha work visa. A health and care visa na. Among for every no. Oma reduce it by 81%. Oma reduce it by 81%. The total number of Nkrofo is 27,000. And Numpo, that is only 19%. 19% no. And only 27,000. They have reduced the number of health and care visa workers by 81%. So you can see the compression. If 19,000, if 19% is 27,000, then you can imagine what 81% would have been. But Oman managed and Oman succeeded in cutting off the 81%. That is way, way, way. So even if 20% is 29,000, let's make it times 4. That would have been almost, let's say, let me just do a rough calculation. So 19,000, I'll just write it to 20,000. So 27,000 times 4. That would have been over 100,000 more people to come. But they've been able to reduce it and to cut it down by about 100,000 people. So you can just imagine the objective, the target. They are just reducing as many as possible. And temporary workers, and so they have reduced the number. And it is serious. Without visas, as I said here, it's not advisable. But now when you are sitting, in other words, when you are sitting in a bar, no problem. Problem being no. But so hustling. Now they are sitting now. Well, of course, but it is now very difficult. Very, very difficult. The other thing yes to say is minimum say you won't be share code. Only share code I want to be Juma. On Monday or so, on Monday or Tuesday, employer be framing. And this is serious, Obroni be framing. Sir, about a particular person or hear information be because or any employee. Until beside me say an application. Tamena ewuye because client na my authority say any employer in Kasanti or sign information say bet meeting employer na kasa. And our employer na catch me say home office on my brain a civil liability penalty charge of £45,000. Adentia because our employee will be a owner sitting for a certain period of time. Until beside me the history already I had the chronology because my client did catch me and my employer and me draw chronology and I just went on and read. Oba Krumha with visa as a spouse, no worry. Oba Yeno, the visa expired in January 2023. January 2023 and the visa no expire. We Minimum ni rain a fee o sikano ni o until something until the breme in March 2023. Now me catch them say because Nevis are able for more than 14 days until Home Office by refusing application. Oma refuse here, Yediboko court. Now you share if there are some other extenuating factors or other compassionate grounds now. Now they come, now they appeal na mano. Ampa Omo refuse here. Just as I said, it was refused. And they call court. Now, because of some conditions, judge no Eddie appeal no, Emma no, or allow the appeal no. And by the time you were man and sitting no, that is from January 2023 up to August 2024. So January 2023, and visa ni we or the brain in March 2023, it was up to August 2024 because appeal na yana a check and sana home office edi asitna assign edi man when the appeal was successful. Now, employer need the on himself, employee no one in the BBI okay, and there was no problem. Into one call, anko checking the records. Actually, assistant a one and we into your keeping still working throughout the period from January 2023 up to August 2024. And a home office for the liability, civil liability fine a brand of £45,000. So, I try to direct him as to what to do here and there. But the problem is this. So when you sit not the employer bit more a high risk, at least £40,000 over fine. And no employer wants to pay that sort of amount. £40,000 for an employee. Nobody wants to do that. I don't see every employer is insisting now on share code. I bet you say ampa who are sitting now. The first time offense of the employer is £40,000. The second time you're paying about £60,000 if you offend again. No employer wants to do that. And so now when you're sitting now, but more than not seek advice. Now why and yes, sir, it's going to be very difficult to say obey Juma or Kroma. And DJ, with the best share code, share code, share code. Share code to rent, share code to have driver's license, share code to travel, share code for approved of right to be in the UK. Share code is everywhere and everything now. When you're sitting now, you can't generate a share code. Seek advice, submit an application, and even so when you're sitting now, submit an application, you can't generate a share code until the application has been decided. Azana or to me, I share code. So please, it is not getting any easier. And that is why you have to look sharp. DJ, I am
okay,
happy to.
all right. So time so phone line and I'm show screen so WhatsApp call. Ubet me a friend lawyer. Friend lawyer, not just say question me about ubisa na you can come on the and I'm so fresh so I share so free. Show TV so because me say mu share TV no so be a YouTube on the TV so lower volume na ansana bo free. Nya fi na meka just solo. Enti na man the screen so na WhatsApp call. +2332406778898. Obetimi afre lawyer wisdom aka ofre na katia and ofre na miss call am frɛ back. Nti sisi am be phone line nti mbetimi ebisa lawyer ask lawyer and then how on saying o problem ne saying and then na opese ohun lawyer is here. Nti obetimi ebisa lawyer. Yeah, me also be try so ofre but miss call obetimi afre na man the screen so na ohwe no nti ask lawyer last week in na bebre I ready some lawyer kasa but yentimi ampeke omo calls nti this time na name dey me say mumbisa lawyer ai mumbisa lawyer mon friend na mumbisa lawyer hello first caller dey me kan na no na mu ye no ye mi nkrofo yi me say lower TV no hello you know better. Hello. Hello. Say delay. I feel no. What? Hey Charlie. But our lawyer to you. Hello. But our lawyer to you.
Me music even about me until kasa kra.
On tell me kasa. Oh, seriously. Okay. My main friend be almost on tell me kasa. My main friend. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
But what me kasa?
Bachomete.
But lawyer tell why?
Okay. Lawyer, me pacho my passport no me who chip bia e wo so metim dia scan it. How do I go about?
Okay. That's it. Say no one, right?
Bacho.
Obey you are no. Next caller bet me about lawyer. Who's here?
What was the question? What was the question, sir?
Oh, lawyer.
No,
Lawyer,
because
one thing.
not man. So I see. All I heard was how do I go about it? I didn't hear the rest of the.
Okay, bet me have no can't say. But it's also chip be. Yes, he was talking about chip, but bet me have friend back. Bet me have friend back now. A quick one.
Okay.
On taking the question if you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, lawyer so one two question if you.
I may say I think menya me leave to remain like private life and I'm mensaka me no oma post me passport then I'm mensaka me passport and I was me register visa no.
Yes.
But visa no almost me mfa me phone no ento me passport no so na scan chip but Ghana me passport ne kuta me no me hu chip bia wo so na mpese me hu how metima fa kwa metima fa so e dey register me visa no because me hu chip bia metimi me phone scan wo me passport ne so.
Okay. Ghana, they are no phone into passport so. I know they over capture the biometric section, the data page now. You have to take a picture of it. It's my staff can help you do it, or they can guide you to do it yourself. Ghana passport chip being there's nothing to place the passport on. So yours is a different system altogether. This is what I would advise you to do. So go online and do create e-visa account. Create e-visa account. And once you create the account, they will ask you to link your passport to the account. Follow the steps up to whichever place you are stuck. You can call the office to see how best we can help you. It can be done within a matter of minutes for you. Or if you wish to come, they will sort it out for you. Within a few minutes, they'll take care of everything for you. But you can't scan the passport. The Ghana passport has no chip in it, so you can't scan that one. Or you can.
Okay. Yeah. Next caller, it's you, lawyer too.
Hello, lawyer Patrick. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, DJ Yami Patrick Temenka.
Yeah, too, Kapa. It's you.
Okay, Patrick, me question kaka inquiry kaka na pese me ho. Patrick, me name my husband EU our no 2020 around December. And yɛde kɔtoo mu nti yɛde kɔtoo mu no ɔmo refuse say ɔmo efi Brexit ne mu ne adeɛ. So first of all you call for administrative review. To call for administrative review, it takes some time biansang eba you know so more decline and then we went forward for appeal. And see appeal number I positive our mommy limited leave to remain. But all this while no, I think by December this year, no, 5 years need they do for indefinite, no. Internal person may finding out say me I go ahead with indefinite leave to remain no after by December no and I say because in the letter no they buy after appeal no omocho will say 5 years no count from this year. Internal person may finding out say since I'm legal 5 years, you know, with our radio, you know, a bit made to me at so go ahead with the indefinitely remain. And as I mean, change 5 years no more can it be do 2030 the patent and the person.
All right, thank you. Now, when I'm worried 2020, right? Okay, let me just answer. Yes, you calculate. Dispute back and forth, and then time no echo, it is not your fault. And to say court neji to say our no our and therefore, and yet our apart from the day cause and a day issue, you have been a family member from the day you got married. You became a family member of the EU national from the day you got married. In that case, your 5 years starts from that date. And please, if you can prove that you've been in the UK for 5 years, you can add gas bill, water, electricity, TV license, bank statement, and everything that can show that you have been in the UK for 5 years from the time you married up to when up to today, I can say, or up to when your 5 years is up, you can go for your indefinite leave to remain, not the date you can count it from 5 years ago, 2020, and you should get your indefinite leave to remain, because the 5 years starts from the day obeye a family member, and obeye a family member on the day uware. So that is where you count your 5 years from. Okay.
Okay, next caller, lawyer Tio.
Hello, lawyer. Good evening.
Evening. At the same.
Hello.
Yeah, Tio.
Good evening, lawyer. Lawyer, Pastor, let me say, Mr. Mimbisa say, maybe COS nearby, and as you see, I may me much too waha, but me to other kids. In none can perceive me who said, but me COS now for more banana. Now say, possible swa. Kwanden na mefa so aye. Is it just the same machine? And now say there is other means. And a second is non person who said, me if family neighbor no. Ejuma mame letter. NHS mame letter eka when I made come application. Non person who said, do I also need a letter from NHS to support their coming and thank you.
All right, thank you. Well, you can wait to me the emofranaba, but because emofrana yet one kasa o biological children and say omo ye ukunu emma and as I said or a dear friend of sole responsibility. Say emofrana emma me edaso ewo. If she is alive, then you have to prove, and now your husband will have to show sole responsibility. Say emofrana mame if she's passed, you don't have to show sole responsibility, because common sense will tell everybody, say, if one parent is not there, it is the other parent who has the parental responsibility. But as long as she is alive, you have to prove what we call sole responsibility. Sole means only one, and that one is the father who is here. Responsibility means ono ena ehwe emofrane bibia school kom edi na yari sem hospital letter SSH school. Of course, a letter from the school. I beka se ono ni emofrane papa. Ono ena every school no. Ono ena ya na odi school at the time na owo Ghana no. O fe hono obe introduce so and so say ono na de mofrane beba, but say a bad decision making na ono ena ye the final decision maker. And a letter from the schools, letter from the hospital or the clinic, letter from Nipana Oshe Emofrano. And so, or custody order, or the custody orders and all bar, make us say onfa and also enkaho. The problem with the custody orders is that, so, custody order na ansana uba ha, and no a twasum, but uba ha ansana uji custody order na, a ya na home office for say, upeso dia bufrane eba krum hanenti and wakwaji custody order. And that is what it is. Yes, over to me, Eddie Emofranaba, and you have to show sole responsibility. That is very important. If you can show all of that, then of course you have a chance. Ubisa said, over here letter from the NHS and from the employer. And of course, over to media account, but the main thing is the COS now. The COS is the main thing. And non-NHS, you have the right to be here to work. Of course, let me the letter again from the employer to support it. But the COS is the main thing. But you can add all the letters. You can add the employer's letter. You can add the COS. If you can't prove the sole responsibility, the application will not succeed. So make sure the letters needed for evidence is very, very persuasive and sana. Do you have any chance? Thank you, DJ.
Okay, boss, lawyer Tio, you know Aquaba.
Good evening, lawyer.
Good evening, Papa. I say.
Hello.
Yeah, Tio, who they call Tio?
Okay. So, me postgraduate about 3 years ago. Oh, you can now. Me I do mama me successfully, but for 1 or 2 reasons, me no ewu. Na ewu no the share about or indefinite leave to remain. Sorry, indefinite leave to remain. Our na nam bisa sɛ lɛyi ewu a mede student visa baeɛ no metumi yɛware a metumi awɔ kurom ha na metumi apply for me indefinite anaa.
Sɛ wasitena ne wu a o visa ne wu a, my question is ɔbaa no ɔwɔ ba anaa?
Hello.
DJ ɔntimi o ɔno ntimi nka o.
Ɔnte lawyer nka hello. Wow. How come? But the old kind of lawyer to you.
But maintain.
Yeah, phone you. Lawyer answer now bet you. Answer no.
Okay, Pacho, what time is it? What time is it? What time nka?
Pacho, maintain lawyer nka.
Okay, yeah. Lawyer, all the answer no. So obet me tie no what your kind. Lawyer, will just answer him.
All right. So yes, so ovisa ne ewu a, and they just said we be a friend exception. There has to be an exception because the position is enka ensese ovisa ne ewu. Se visa ne enwu ya, obetimi aware wo krom ha, obetimi application wo krom ha. But se ovisa no ewu a, then there has to be an exception. There has to be a reason why necessary application if you chroma. And there are 2 exceptions. About here EX1 and about here EX2. EX1, which is exception 1, naturally say Mameno and Awono Uabufra O Chroma. Uvise wu nanso wo banente akwadanente yedibema. Uvisa newu nanso akwadanente yedibema. And then you have EX1. EX2, which is exception 2, nature say, Uvisa enka esasa ko krom, nanso bibi pote bi enti ebi ayare bi nti wontumi nko krom nti enye hwe yedi bema na wetna krom ha. Enti say EX1 eni ho, na say EX2 nso eni ho. Insurmountable obstacle, which is the EX2 eni ho a, eni e kire say uware mpo a untumi nya application wa ha ana mechanics ameboa uware a ubetimi nya application wa ha nanso yemfa ma me see untumi nya application wa ha and that's not true ubetimi aye but results no be negative, they will refuse you. And if there is a child, either your child and your wife's child, and you have become the step father to that child, then yes, over to me, I application you have a great chance, say a dibemo. But Abu friend him, the Arabians it is expected, say, over coffee, or your application, and son was sign abba, and then your friend EX2 now. And to say, Bibi say, why, yes, Bibi say, no, and they know. many application, it will be refused.
Okay. Next caller, lawyer to you.
Hello, Patrick. Good evening, lawyer.
Evening.
Patrick, me worry EU ni na Patrick mate say omo more pre-settled status law. Yeah, omo be renew omo automatically to settled status. But omo extend me kuno die no to for 2 years extension. Me Patrick na me pese mbisa say na automatic renewal na so na apply to dependents na in this case no spouse na.
Yes, it could apply to the spouse. What will happen is Home Office, they go into their own system. Now, how much I can say with the five.
Yeah, lawyer to also answer no too.
Yes, it is possible, say Home Office, but remember the 5 years, the indefinite automatic extension, but not extension as such, but grant. The my advice is so which are 5 years now, which are 5 years and now. Men trying say Home Office with more automatic extension and automatic grant. Please proactively apply for your indefinite leave to remain. And yes, sir, we will try one set our mobile extension and our more indefinite. One share over chance, Home Office, our policies, it keeps changing. Let's roll. Set ultra 5 years now. Please go ahead yourself. Apply for indefinite leave to remain. What apply for indefinite, was some ajo. Men chance, more confectis and more sweeties say Eddie indefinite never more, sir. It could happen, but if it is me trying someone yet. Me 5 years nipe. Me my application as a dependent or as a family member for my indefinite. Now assume aju. Okay.
Okay. Bebato, yetio lawyer too. Hello.
Yo, lawyer, good evening. Yo.
Evening, Papa.
Hello.
Yetio lawyer too.
Yeah, lawyer. Mpacho, my name my wife apply for citizenship, but almost deny me the dependent for me wife, so me da ware na ba kronim. Almost refuse me ba almost the my wife ne citizenship mommy. Almost see reason they say me eka 1 week me di benya 6 years and to refuse me and I must apply biom and I maybe say for possibility say almost the be mammy a higher and I say a low.
You what me from the way now. Yes. DJ so on or what from the
Yeah. So almost mountain who be say question we are lawyer be here no ba almost no bit be answer no the bema. So I think say lawyer no no also.
Yo, Oko Section 6, Schedule 1(2) of the British Nationality Act 1981. Section 6, Schedule 1(1) and Section 6, Schedule 1(2) British Nationality Act. Now, say, wo worry obia or indefinite leave to remain. Unya wu indefinite as so we train for 1 more year and sana why your application for your citizenship. And 1 year is 1 year, not 1 week before 1 year, not 28 days before 1 year. And until now, yeah. I'm gonna say I can 1 week no, I'm gonna refuse no because and the 1 year. They will take your money £1,630. Now, if they only refund some £100 to you or so, they will take your money. And so, ideally, you should have waited for exactly 1 year. The day after the 1 year, and Kanaudi at home. That didn't happen. It was refused. So, say I was saying a year application now. Wait, that time until you should be successful in this case. Very high probability, say, unless be before one can maybe a driving offense, some civil penalties, civil liability, some then that can affect your application. But the way you spoke, Mijidi said there is nothing like that. In that case, you should get your British citizenship because you've met the requirement, the residential requirements now. Just wait for it. Remember.
Okay, lawyer, you.
Lawyer, me problem is say me wa pension. Na me person me befa me yere. Free Ghana. Me person befa me yere free Ghana. In this case, you know, I did a question no befa me befa me yere free Ghana. Me wa pension.
Okay.
Sir, who pension not sir pension credits now, OG, pension payments now, OG, and all those things. I bet me add it up. Now I do the required financial requirement of £29,000 a year. Then of course, we bet to meet the Abba. And here one way. Another way so is say Abia who krum hano who some properties now we're renting out. Now we have some rental income from those properties. Now udi u pensions nunsu ebe sosua na and also do the £29,000 and also a possible say ubetumidi ne aba. The threshold is £29,000. There are some exemptions. Exemptions a bit a year. Idea your friend PIP. Say or any medical condition, not because of that or PIP no so. In that case, you don't have to meet the financial requirement of £29,000. As I said, omitted the maintenance requirement under the case of Uvovo, which is not a problem. It will make a calculation actually, so with me actually without any recourse to public funds. I don't know a very, very low threshold. And now if there is some industrial injury allowance or there is some carers allowance or any other allowance, police injury allowance, police I think pensions or something, there are some allowances, they are exempt. Which is can it be a application you only have to meet the maintenance requirement. But pension, thing, only how be only property be only any other source of income, and you have to ensure say you meet the financial requirement. Anampo say only any other source, but who are savings, you have savings. Enough to take care of yourself and your wife, and also about me so now the but my main calculation of the savings for you. Calculation of the savings no. As I saw £29,000 times 2.5 years, which is £72,000, 72,500 plus 16,000. And you need about £88,500 in your account for 6 months, then over to me the Abba without any problems. And no, if you are dependent on your savings, you need £88,500. A better account more for 6 months. Now your application now. Now me will to me about accounts. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Next call, I'm Bachelor you. Lawyer you. Hello.
Hello. Me bacho yedi bacho me di KV say bi neba me ne my wife neba boom. On ye main applicant and I'm ye dependent. Na ye buy no your company na ma ye juma but me ne lawyer kasa da e wo tap no ye program say ya e ma ne ka say ye pay different company na ye pay switch. Na nyame ye aduma say ye nya different company na me bisa say nyame aduna say nya another 3 years, on my 3 years, 3 years visa na. Lawyer na me bisa say nya 1 year, ye buy nya 1 year 3 months. Nti say nya new company na 1 year na ye ba be spend no. and we pray for indefinite to remain now. Sibia ultimate the new company no year juma for bia be 4 years now. 1 year no yeah omo the back kind one I say only new company in year juma be 5 years. And so now you pray for indefinite stay to remain no. Tim patch me question no.
Okay.
That's it. Yo, Usha appendix skilled worker. Appendix skilled worker as a qualifying period required for settlement as a skilled worker. As a SW 21.1. SW 21.1. I want to read it. I say the applicant, of course, and their dependent must have spent a continuous period of 5 years in the UK. Continuous period of 5 years in the UK. SW 21.2c. The 5-year continuous period must consist of time spent with permission on any of or any combination of the following. And say a 5-year skilled worker router, indefinite leave. Skilled worker, global talent, innovator founder, tier 2 minister of religion, international spokesperson, or representative of an overseas business, or as a tier 1 migrant, other than tier 1 graduate entrepreneur, or scale up or permission on any other route. Now your question is this: why a 1 year on the other sponsor? So Wamamo Juma, when you're another sponsor, we have 4 years now. They saw the other 1 year no so I 5 years, and it is possible. Say home office, echo back, say home office and call back, say almost per 5 years, nina evidence, and yeah, fine. Maybe they just want evidence that why you in the last whatever it is years. That should be fine. But say almost say they want evidence for the 5 years now. Abaha, ABA they want to use your NI, and now we're doing NI to check with the HMRC. I should say why you for 5 years, and that 1 year no she in that case you will not be qualified. You may have to do the full 5 years again. You have to set the clock. The time will have to start for 5 years. Let me give you an example. EU applications be a no. Home Office Eddie national insurance number and Eddie check ya say ampa nipa na tina krom half for 5 years and say omuko check it na eba say ampa omo ye juma for 5 years. NI contributions and all other things then 5 years money indefinite. So 5 years no much say provide evidence to show that you were in the UK from this time to this time. In your case, say Home Office in 5 years time omodi wifi ni NI ediko check ehwese wayejuma in that first year in addition to the 4 years. That's the evidence being anywhere. Then it is very likely that they may not grant you the indefinite until say wait for 5 years with proof say wayejuma or UK. That is my understanding of the rules. And see, if you go for the indefinite, they may ask for the 1 year before. If they don't ask for it, praise God, you get through it. If they do ask for it and you can't prove it, then you have to wait for 1 more year before on the mouth indefinite leave to remain. DJ.
Okay, about your lawyer too.
Pacho lawyer with the masamba beam, I mean, Shamupa, and much mapa. Pacho, I met your buy no bear almost bear 4 months, not on year to my cry. But later, Ubinya 20 hours, one company beer, and the Enon Quanoy because manager say company now more Juma. We are restricted to another 20 hours. And as I say, we main company more maybe another 20 hours. nti eba na main company na ma yadwuma no with me nya another company a sesia no oni omo ye 20 hours no for now nti eno so no ewum say ni sika na onya na ketwa de but omo nte ne tax nti na nso me bisa say omo nte ne tax because ni sika na onya na isua nti na bisa say senyame aduni nya new company no ye sa adwuma na eno so no ombetimi di 20 hours kaka na why no because I know say a very reflect so ye 20 hours just 20 hours no ye nti eno man kan no kan we dem madam asepa nya me sham
Yo, but I say for the additional information, yes, it is possible. So, Home Office let me consider that period, that 20 hours now, for the, I mean, minus the first 4 months, but from then, it is possible. It is difficult now to give a categorical answer, say, yes, and no, because young ayaba with the skilled worker visa, afeina, creepy towards 4 years, 5 years. So when we start making those applications, and Sunny exactly what the Home Office are here to make their decision. So those 20 hours, but for right now, most switch here, she should do the full time. We hope, the Home Office will consider the period that she's worked on the 20 hours as a valid period to take into account for her indefinite leave to remain. DJ, 1 minute.
Okay,
please.
boss. Lawyer Teo.
Hello, lawyer. Good evening.
Oh, Teo. Koso.
Evening.
Lawyer, me pacho me the spousal visa de buy me yere EU citizen or ye Italian or Italian passport. But ye process no. Now near face anka visa ne be under family permit under the EU. But I'm say me visa no mu jina UK imra no so and no ma visa no into me bas under the UK law no. Into they just say 5 years no. Yama me 2.5. Into no after 2.5 no say me renew which I say
Question man why?
2.5 no so
Also,
I think you have
question
to.
you.
Your question man.
So lawyer saw a question now. Okay.
Okay, patronity.
We or EU national one.
Also, you're EU national now.
Me patron or ye Italian.
Also, that time Ben I'm worried. I think they're almost.
Yaware 2023. August 2023.
Yes. Okay. Patron 12 question is why.
I'll say to your question. So is that your question?
Okay. Into my wife and watana UK ha for 8 years or UK ha indefinite. Esa sukra Italian passport no. But maybe banana yenim say ombema me visa no under the EU regulation no. But maybe buy no under UK we no into no more 5 years into 5 years 2.5 into 2.5 no so besa kutua another scape ansana menya 2.5 no. But see there me person me tell say and say since I'm a be room no Italian passport no me to me associate call EU, they no so director, it does 2.5 years and I wouldn't have to pay another money.
Okay.
Since Italian, and I say I have to wait. Now me train for 5 years, so now me and Casamania me indefinite. Because to my best of knowledge, me research and me and say me banda EU na and me and we here say me renew and me was straight 5 years I mean renew. I mean no qualify for public funds. But because me under UK immigration spousal rating, 2.5 on the EWA, I think over 3,000 or 3,000, 4,000 pounds. And so I'm saying 2.5 no be ansana menya indefinite. And then tina me person me who na so me to me associate ko EU there no so direct, even though I have permanent resident, that's also Italian passport no.
Okay. Until the lawyer be you and why. Lawyer you know.
Thank you, my brother. Very, Very intelligent question. But the point is, sir, we really ekra and I'll be really ekra an EU passport. Now worry, you share from day now worry and the date of the marriage. Say a year before December 2020, and yet you would be under the UK laws. Sorry, you'd be under the EU laws. Say our any year before 31st December 2020, and yet we be under the EU law. But say our any the date of the marriage near after 2020 December, and you be under UK law. And until Usemu worry August 2023, and that is after Brexit. And until now, waba under UK law, even though so we really acquire EU passport now, still no I'm due to under UK immigration rules because of the dates of the marriage. The date of the marriage is what is very, very important in this case. Date of the marriage is important. If you married after 31st of December 2020, 11 p.m., you come under UK law. Now, Uber under UK law now, you stay under the UK rules. Want to make and switch it and go under the EU laws? No, to say because it is already out of the time. You came under UK law 2023. You didn't marry in 2020. You married in 2020. So you remain under the UK law. We travel 2.5 years near here. We sign an application for 2.5 years under Appendix FM section LTRP, leave to remain as a partner. And you have to pay the Home Office fee of £1,258, and you pay the IHS of £2,587.50. If you want it quick, you pay an additional £1,000, which is a total of £4,845.50. You pay that, and after the second 2.5 years, and Sana Wakwa Koji will indefinitely to remain, and you pay £2,885 as at today. You wait for 1 year before you go for your British citizenship under Section 601 of the British Nationality Act 1981. So, unfortunately, you have to pay those fees to be in the UK.
Okay, next caller, loyalty. Hello.
Hello.
Loyalty, why?
The pacho, Misu, many your friend is saying, I can, many will be any buy on a skilled working visa. By then, no, Nipano, on ye, me area Kasa, and a Nipano Seba and Wabel, and a company no so dear by no so one manage Juma, by me, dear me, Juma. All right, but then, no, me all more last month, Mona lady ni frame me. And all catch him say like we now so janibia or person only so janino and worry. Intinam pese me bisa lawyer say into me say median man the same.
To me any kick him into so when you so jania when kick him into
Hello.
Okay, lawyer be you are no I.
Nipacho you.
So when to me your body kick him into so janino no any kick him into or jawa or so janino. Anyway, that is just for the laughs, just for the to ease the tension. Well, unfortunately, sir, when you're banaba, only the main applicant who we are dependent. Not relationship, not break it down. So relationship, not break it down. As a sub, we should share another route. As a sub, we should share another sponsor, not shift to that sponsor. So one shifted to the sponsor, and not say divorce a bemupe, not or sign this divorce certificate to the Home Office set Mawari Negua. Almost 60 days. 60 days. Set Fikroma and now switch to another category. So one qua you become an overstayer. That is what it will be for you. And to my advice is Nisa, My advice is, and my advice is say, so let me another sponsor shifts to the new sponsor. And as a one so situation as a son, Nasa, Abia one so wanya, Alomobi, Abia winning our, and our non so oba, and also a possible so let me shift it, fee oba way so. After you divorce, no wako baniso, and now we are over baniso. And this then you can consider say upeso ko school and you share a university to say I can say now admission wait me anya ukas now the application for fraud now be a student and don't see a possible but niamaka ina one young way you might be not say home office draw almost 60 days 60 days need travel pay then my brother you are in terms of immigration going to be in a very difficult position. Yes.
Okay, me bachola ya tio next caller.
Okay. Lawyer Pacho, good evening. Me a nurse ni waha intimi me wo skilled worker visa, health and care visa. Pesa mi visa say me de minia bema aye dependent ana.
O question
Ane.
Okay. TNA. Yeah.
The untimi mfa unia bema enye dependent. Omo ambetimi dependent wo obi our health and care and a skilled worker visa tier 2 so eye wo ma ene wo kuno ana wo kafo. Unia bema untimi enye dependence in this case. Thank you.
Okay. Next caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, lawyer Tio.
EJ, me na me say me the skilled working visa ni be nearby UK animal say. But then nearby in the company no nearby no wama me nejuma but me dependent no me juma. And I mean no so more over so nearby no so abewo animal say. Intina kan pese me di to lawyer ni me say me media no. Sisi me pese me yi me ho fi ono me ne krata so na me nya nkasa me own krata. Intina me di to lawyer ni me say me dia mesi da nya me nkasa me krata.
Oh, okay. Okay, lawyer. I say obeso onyo krata nti obede. Over
Semi kind by the one now want it. The American says so pet a sponsor for fraud. Na shifty a sponsor and so. And per sponsor na what shifty a sponsor and so. Per sponsor na shifty a sponsor and so. And na upe so cool school wait me up in school na what shifty a student. And na say bia o circumstances are sisa unso wabanya a year and now wabanya obafu fraud o proma and our bampoa. But me a shifty ako ubane so ama oyire na ubana wonene wono ane ne ba so more the necessary requirements with me a shifty ako almost so. But the main thing and the first point of call is sponsor ne shifty ako sponsor so that wow so and you be ana woneno attach you. Yes.
Me bacho next caller lawyer Tio.
But you may see the skilled working visa ni be nearby, but then no.
The same person.
That's what na offer fresa. Oh chale aso.
In fact, Mama response.
It respond on the on Wednesday. People wa respond to question with twice and Frebio Mr. Wa respond to question with twice. It's the your kind no. I you know yeah. The job you know easy. Oh, what's up, Frebio? They said okay in your one too. Oh, I said
Problem.
Hello, lawyer Tio.
Hello, DJ. A very quick one. Now, me person maybe a lawyer and say after my second 2.5 year renewal, no me saka me koya after me 2 year no me year no me ko file for indefinite na me to ask card na me to ask bioma na and I'm over no so no requirement bank and now omo be here free me ho.
Okay, you see that. So
Thank you. Yeah, DJ. Yes, uko deep indefinite now. Obersan chair application fee. Me boss £2,885. And then I can say so maybe in 2.5 years' time it's going to be more. And now I can say there's £2,885 for indefinite leave. And I Uber chair na wakoju indefinite. Requirements: marriage certificate, bank statements, pay slips, gas, water, electricity, English language test, level A2 for the extension, level B1 for the indefinite, A2 for extension, B1 for indefinite, and of course, utility bills I've just mentioned, and any evidence that shows the same address, you are living together as husband and wife. And of course, your wife's passport, her pay slips, her bank statement, and any utility in her name as well. If you can provide all of these documents, and you're waiting your application for your indefinite leave to remain. The cost is say, and now you can say £2,885. In 2.5 years, Abia never cost through, and Abia never does over Abia. So yes, we wait here to get your indefinite leave to remain. Thank you.
Me about your next caller lawyer too.
Hello, lawyer. In part of me me friend concerning me wife naturalization na masa apply biom no. Part of person maybe say e be take how long as almost their approval. Me question no.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Usually, naturalization applications take 6 months. 6 months. I bet me about earlier than that, but the threshold near 6 months. Minimum obidia akodi 1 year. Obiunsu dia akodi 9 months. And no, near see and said now the Home Office was conducting some additional checks. Because now there were some allegations of domestic abuse. The case was in court, driving offenses, and THA. But eventually, nearly 1 year, it came through. Nearly 9 months, no, it also. But the average time, decisions, checks. Now, say, be a cleaner within 6 months, no, dear, Obenya was sitting as a British citizen in this country.
But your next caller lawyer too. Hello.
Hello.
About your lawyer too.
Mate. Lawyer.
Hello.
Ready to I apply for indefinite. It's almost a year now since 20th May last year. Now, my name the interpro still me nyanya decision. You might be our mokasa me provide answer me apply. But almost one more requested some for BB famra. I'm on my very, very confused. Initially, last 3 or 4 years, me issue be. Yeah, but I mean, name say be as issue no na me indefinite no. Acquire some way, I don't know whether I'm gonna get it and I say, meaning to be honest, I'm very stressed.
Obeka lawyer issue na so Obeka no back door. Any issue near there.
Yo, last year me applied for indefinite. That was 20th May. Yeah, me issue kakra. I think it's almost 3 years ago regarding me maybe buy a Honsen Sam is a foster care for cancer. Now that time no, me too kakra. Not like as in few hours, no me release him. There's a time I saw apply for indefinite since last year. Still lawyer, me reply. My friend Home Office, I've done everything. My sister is under review.
Okay.
Yeah. So what happens is
maybe I be or why because they have not requested for any documents and I be
okay.
I'm confused.
Okay.
EU application and what application is it?
I'll say a EU application and
maybe I try EU.
Okay.
Okay. It's been there for how long now?
By any panam.
I'll say I'm a lawyer. I'm on lawyer Kasaninti. I'll say application no. Oh yeah, how many years ni?
For indefinite now.
Oh yeah, no. Ache.
Last year, May.
Last year.
For almost 10 months. Yeah. 10 months now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
But the lawyer be you are no.
Okay.
Sister, I'm gonna review. Sometimes they are not a bit of checks. I'm ebeba. Ufroma, says under review, and the caseworker has not asked for anything yet. They do that to us when we call them. They tell you the application is still under review. Nothing is needed yet. The caseworker has to do some checks, and as soon as a decision is made, then they will get back to you. Sometimes, if they can escalate it, the application on your behalf. The last time I knew Home Office Kasayan about one client, not need their Akoche Hoga Grano. Minini Kasayan, and the Home Office ne catch them is say, only the catch them is how. Say, Bibi Potin be woho. Example, Nipan a hiasa or two quine. Biana ebusiani binti apo, or no na mame, sa, or kind be a say, Ebia binti apo, ama. Obi so-called funeral bi ana bibi sa wo ho na eno ntina hia se obetu kwan a ene onfa sa information no emra na omo ehwe se betumi escalate ana enti me ka kire me client no ose o no de bibi sa ene ho nti ye mane enda osa thankfully and check I think about 2 months or so's time and a decision buy and in your case say bibi sa ewo ho na ehia se utu kwan ana bibi very urgent na over ehia se utu kwan ana bibi sa and for sa documents no upload it to the Home Office. Nefre wom catch say you have some urgent businesses or some urgent family things to attend to, not just urgent but it is compassionate. Obi yare, obi efimu, eso ko yie ana bibi sa wo na a genuine evidence to escalate the application and a decision will be made. But say bibi say ni wa eso train copy time on checks.
Next caller, me pato you.
Yeah, DJ Gamen, good evening.
Good evening.
DJ Gamen, but you're within the summer or UK. Okay. But you're my question, my person, me busala and say, me the student visa and a bar has na me we school no. Me we no major extension of postgraduate. That is 2 years no. Na me 2 years no. Me 2 years and a person that is next year. Hopefully next year. Somewhere 23rd of January and a person. Na me who will be wahasia like on the care na buy. I per se ya worry but on the care and a buy. But on no buy no one phobia and kana ho. But obano an application or the shemuse or a single. But that time na untimi fa obiama no. Na sa many nyen drew honum. Enti na me pese me busala ya say like sesi na me hunu na me ne no o relationship ma me ye pese bia ye ware no obetimi the matter so as ni dependent na.
Okay. See the lawyer be you no why.
Madam Severia, yes, sir, obi ewo krom ha as a skilled worker. Now, of course, or a singular. Once with your graduate route visa. Now, of course, ono ebaye ansana emran esesa. In that case, still no obetime anya dependent. Buy after the 11th of March, and I'm running society from the 11th of March 2024. And then I want to me and for dependence Emma. And now Sanipane D skilled worker buy, and then later switch to another skilled worker route, and it is under any of these codes I've talked about several times. 6135, 6136, 6145, 6146, SOC 2020 and SOC 2010. I need your on to me skill dependent entry. So, but in a case where, in your case, for instance, apparently by before the laws changed, then Wankasa Wawari, she's single, certainly, or to me, I worry. Now, my application for you as a spouse. But it means that you are no one, and I debema wonso. And of course, you have to be here for 5 years as a spouse of a person with skilled worker visa before you can also get your leave to be here.
Okay, lawyer Theo, next caller.
Okay. Me pacho, me person me bisa say, me so me the spousal visa na buy. Me so I'm 2.5 years. Me ekra European passport. So any man ba kun bisa no. Na me buy after some few months no I cultural we know emanenya the British passport mo. And you know me person me bisa say after me 2.5 years no so me so me na sisi ano okra British passport na yesa me so me kwa year new application to get 2.5 years before and some year to get indefinite leave to remain na say DNA SMESCR na me part me way so yadema me yes me ni ABR to public funds nti let me person me who
okay
what I should do. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Uyiri EU leave holder, passport holder, sorry. Uyiri Ekra EU passport. Now your mama sit now under the UK rules now. You have to go on the UK rules for 5 years. So 2.5 plus 2.5, then indefinite. Then you have to wait for 1 year if she was still here with indefinite before you do it. But if by the time now, of course, by then we're a British citizen. Then certainly what will happen is, on why you're British already, in that case, wono over to me, I call for your British citizenship. Immediately you get your indefinite leave to remain. But the answer is yes. As I said, we are 2.5, 5 years. So 5 years indefinite before you go for your British citizenship. Thank you.
Next caller, Bacho lawyer Theo.
Yo, DJ, good evening. Lawyers, ma'am, good evening.
Good evening.
Pacho, my question is, my name is Rinduha. Na me a dependent. Na relationship, no, I break it down. Na, I'm mommy that Pacho within some 2 months, I'm meeting the worry. Me will be once one or so. I want your man was it now. Maybe I okay, me to the worry. Within some time frame, Nana.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Lawyer, over to you.
Thank you. DJ, and here is you. This dependence for no, it's a problem. I mean, skilled worker for no, they're having a lot of problems. Oh, I worry. Oh, na emema jamano, ana emano so jamano. Na ama I very difficult. But sometimes Obama is because so Obama they were dependent. Only they were to me 24 hours. Me be for supporter or mommy support and me so me share me sponsorship me fan into so and now the other way around. Obama say me so Obama ni juma only to me more than me 20 hours spend me Obama no only more hours. Me ask for me for support on contributive to support me and to me so me shift echo another sponsor so me finding count I basa town I so bad in town now I know native some problems see by say about the divorce certificate call home office pay almost 60 days in there almost 60 days now as a set we be either so pack back to Ghana and now as a set BBC sa okroma. The same kind the situation is or no crown so or no or relationship you do your own side and engagement or no for me another relationship within these 60 days. Now you are here legally, you are here lawfully, legally you can work, you can marry, you can apply, you can do everything anybody who has the right to be in the UK can do. So yes, the answer to your question is, wait me already in 60 days and the answer is yes. Wait me application during the 60 days and the answer is yes. But can say make sure that the documents and everything are correct. Everything is genuine, everything is set, evidence of relationship, more pictures, more proof of address, gas, water, electricity, everything is in the house, possibly crowd within that council tax, and all of that. So evidence for what? Yes. Make sure, sir, you don't go beyond the 60 days. Submit your application within the 60 days, and you should be fine.
Next caller, me patrol lawyer too.
Okay. Lawyer need DJ Pamcho, good evening.
Good evening.
Pamcho, maybe student visa nearby. But maybe do you know? I think I came September, but maybe drew August. Into no, as at the time for enrollment, no, me realize it's same. And per the signs and symptoms now me woman no. Me to me nya hunting enrolling. Into no, me send school ni message say I want to defer because minya hondia met me about school. And a school ni me share the next intake the following year. Into no me ohona a friend is saying a home office for sending message say school ni say mamba into no mami I think 2 days say me free country no. But if I think there is a reason being saying you can say I should let them know. And I may send your message say me buy no. Me realize this as at the time of intake no. Sorry, enrollment no. Na me into na me to me. I enrolling no. And almost I think about 2 months later, number send a message say almost the me out immigration bill. So I will say month be me report it digitally. Into no me month be first of every month me report it digitally. But a friend is saying me wo ye no. My year me bani application. Onya close to 4 months na me any application no. And she said onya 10 months. As at now, yente hwe. Nti me bisa say is it as a because man go school ninti na a plan way na chena na because ye koye ni biometric no mo catch and say within 2 weeks but this is the 6th month we are in and I've not heard anything from them.
No questions for her. Questions for her.
What is the way forward?
Did you have questions for her?
Okay, with the lawyer, be a question. Since
question number 1, and it's application ben na uyema abofrano.
Hello.
I say application ben na uyema akolano.
Me papa our pre-settlement EU pre-settlement scheme is no na idea ma akolano.
Okay.
And time now unyemo no e wo Ghana ansa na wo ba no abofrane papa na owo Ghana ansa na wo.
I say time na onyim e wo Ghana na wo ba na abofrane papa na wo Ghana na so no wo UK.
No Ghana na onyim wo.
Also na wo Ghana na onyim wo.
Pacha there be me ba Chrome ha no me ba sa the very first me ba
hello,
I think I'm listening. Me pacha me ba no me ba August 5th of August I think some month ni mo na me take is no Chrome ha.
Okay. Also no Chrome.
Okay. Nienti amebisa sane say or say or realizes say na onyim ansa na the enrollment. Now, Home Office make sure say abofrane papa o sit na Okroma. And it's abofrane papa e pre-settled status. Ombema abofrane nso the same pre-settled status. Abofrane benya through the father. And ni papa oye begin so ye uni. So the child will also get the pre-settled status. So are you a family member of an EU national? If you are papa, anani mame, and EU near abofrano so yebemano, the same thing because of the grandfather and the grandmother. I'm just giving all the possible scenarios. So abofrano papa, EU family member based on the papa anani mame say ni papa niya pre-settled status. I am abofrano so pre-settled status. Sir, abofrane papa ebenya indefinite obe register abofrane as a British citizen, British Nationality Act. Omwa culture said 2 weeks ebeba. It doesn't follow that way. The Home Office will have to do their checks. It can take 6 months, it can take 10 months until they are sure about their evidence and whether the child is eligible for pre-settled status. They won't make a decision. And to try, so nyame adom na se yedi abofrane de ne mana wonso wobetumi aswitchi wodi na e de akọ ubane de no so under the HRO human rights other application so. But as I say there, as I say we trying until time on the decision on abofrane de no. And so I know waiting is not the most pleasant thing, but as I said, we're trying na decision. But in any case, say abofrane papa, and then I can say your man in the indefinite, and yeah, over to me, I register abofrane as a British, so you can even withdraw that pre-settled application and why I'm abofrane, now register abofrane straight away as a British citizen. I think that is a better option for you. Thank you.
Okay. Next caller.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
But Minister Lawyer say me a German citizen, me and my family na German citizens or her. And I'm saying, Mate say I feel about UK, you need a visa. I don't know how true is it. And as I said, no say you migrated to UK now. Is it possible? Say you better you stay or how now a Germany school bibia. Is it possible now? UK free business no internet business visa no lawyer no.
Okay.
Thank you. Into Germany. Now, from I think April, near Omodi Ebania ETA, electronic travel authorization, for countries that among here visas and Obakumana, they're going to start with ETA, electronic travel authorization for EU countries. I need to go back and read that again to be sure, and then next week I will give you further details. And it's almost starting from April, then it means you need to, and your visa and your visa. You just need to go online, complete your forms to give your personal details and everything. Why is that? And now you can say, Uma passport, so wait me about Kruma for visit free of charge. Nobody knows anything. And they don't check anything before you get here. But sir, almost started the ETA now. You would have submitted your documents, they would have done background checks on you before you enter. I don't say ETA, electronic travel authorization, starting in April, but I'll give you the exact date and the exact details, God willing, next week. From next week, I will give you that. Also, say na move to me aba settlement because Brexit are taking effect in the UK is no longer part of the EU, and as EU nationals to settle here. You can come to visit, but you can't come to settle. So person will settle and it just a employer our sponsorship license. Na wama ejuma na wama wejuma na wone wo family no abetina ha for either 2 years and another 3 years to make it 5 years, another 3 years and 2 years to make it 5 years, and now 5 years straight after no answer now when settlements in the UK. But you can't just come to settle like we used to do as EU nationals. Now you can come for visits, but to settle, you need a sponsor to do that application for you. Thank you.
Okay, lawyer, call our follow up or say follow up question be. It's your
Yes.
lawyer still.
Yo, the patron of a person me bisa say me yere access to universal credit. Before me beba no na me wa kwala ba ko nti owo access a yema no sa benefit no. Na me visa no na yesi me need any recourse to public funds. Nti na be person me hu say sisi ana ma ba beka ho no say bia na or report say bia na ba beka ho nti no munjai sa benefit no ma no sania that bi no me renewal ne other year affect me kana say so far as ono no wa had dada na or access ne akwala nti yenjai na on constraint sa benefit na se me maba no unjai sa benefit no pacho eno an pese me da se.
Okay.
So, thank you too. Thanks, brother. Now, before you have more benefits, Beno, and we are assessment. Some are means tested. Sikasen Awuji. How much do you take? How long you've been taking this for? Your monthly salary? Are you single? Are you married? They look at all of that and say, mano, universal credit. I believe it was based on certain assessments. Say, yeah, demand as a single person and a single parent. So, see, any circumstances as worry now. Maybe say it would say on the letter that you are supposed to, or you have to inform the benefit section or department if there is a change in your circumstances. So, Maninko back to the letter, no, the offer letter, the investor credit letter, now the amount no. Now, if it says that you have to inform them if your circumstances change, then it's important say obemano ama omo home. Tisenya wokano, you don't want this small to jeopardize or sitting. And to please go back to the letter. If she was receiving as a single parent or a single person, she's no longer single. She has to inform them, and they can revise the whole thing. And yes, sir, it can create problems for you. It is means tested or it is based on calculations and things. Please notify them. Upekra, you can be proactive. On Robert Nyaka say, look, my husband is now with me. We have a child or we have children. I want to know, sir, am I still eligible for the investor credit? Now, I would always advise that in situations like this, send them an email. Then you have a response for your records. Sometimes we throw a phone, so when you be kasa, one yet no be anto or freya. Somebody has no record of whatever conversation you had with another person. So you have no basis of defending yourself. But who emailer, then you always have a point of reference. So on this date, Mitro say any say, Mibisa say any say, this is the response mame, and therefore you can't turn around and say something else. Until wait me a friend, wait me a email you. Apart from the calling, email them and let them give you the response for you to hold on in your future defense. In the event somebody else comes to say something different to you. Would you recourse to public funds? She is a British or she's settled. Yes, she's eligible for any benefit, but it's also based on some calculations that they make. And please contact the investor credit people and be on a safer ground. Thank you. BK Barfo. I have lived in the UK for 14 years. I have been using but I want to see how I can regularize my stay. I don't have anything in your name. A friend's question. That is a friend's question. Okay. Yes, so we'll share the case laws now here with regards to long residence applications. Here were some case laws. And no HRS say what use it, so would obi fufuro ding na aye ejuma empo. Na ubetimi akyerɛ sɛ wonna wa use sa edin no aye ejuma a possible sɛ ubetimi gyina sa documents no so ana evidence no so no edi aye asignal. There's a case of Mahmood. The case of Mahmood ɛkyerɛ sɛ wa use obi krata edi aye ejuma. Wo evidence ɛkyerɛ sɛ wo na wo di ejuma. Ubetimi gyina so edi aye wasakna. The case of, I think, Z8 Bangladesh, and also a similar situation, why you see be krata edi ayejuma, and also wet mages dinasa wenoso. Niaya, the last one not the last one, but sometime last year. Nipane use 7 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different names. 7 different names. And all you see, Eddie Juma Ewokrom. Because oye we de kakra na yaji krata na fininsam no abeye we de kakra na yaji fininsam ana we de kakra na situation asesa but oteme egada documents bibia na bibia obeko bia no or ID card ID ne so no ono nanim na wo ID ne so and the na ka ho 7 different names yedi mano without any problem in fact ba ko bi kra na nipa na o using the class na we film nipa ne film nti saa krata no wanya nti yɛtwerɛ ɛwɔ hɔ sɛ unfortunately this person passed away and because of that wɔamfa saa documents na ama no nti gap kakra ɛwɔ hɔ ne yɛka kyerɛ home office foɔ ne sɛ ɔmo nkɔ check the births and deaths registry ɛwɔ kurom ha ɔmo sɛ ampa nipa ne fie mu na they will know for themselves and truly I believe they made their checks ɔmo ambisa question bia no ɔmo de ama no and in your case so bet me your evidence in their bar and you're 14 years we may 20 years and a back of 6 more years and son bet me jina so edia asitna thank you Sika, hello greetings to you too thank you. Can the authorities deny the main applicants indefinite leave to remain and instead approve the dependent's application? The reason being that if the main applicant has been unable to secure a job with her employer for a year, while the dependent has been employed continuously throughout the entire 5 years period. I get your point, but everything is derived from the main applicant. Everything is derived from the main applicant. So I suspect that they would want to see evidence that the main applicant has been in the UK and been here legally and worked for 5 years. And then, my email be from a client. Now, application emano to the Home Office for the indefinite leave to remain. Ni yuri na oye you no or no didn't get the 5 years. One year proof for indefinite and yamano indefinite na obane dasukra pre-settled status. And a papa no evidence wa hose or no wanya waitna kroma high juma for 5 years. The Home Office for said you cannot get a status which is higher than your sponsor or the main applicant. The status you get cannot be higher than the status of the main applicant. And the on-chain copy time you indefinite and sana on for the indefinite. So I suspect that this will be the situation. Uno, we are dependent now. You cannot get a status that is higher than the main applicant. Again, Makase, EU settlement scheme, not the EU, I'm sorry, the skilled worker, we are now creeping towards 5 years. That is when we would know into detail the exact requirements for these applications. So the sponsor has to get 5 years, get indefinite, and then you can do that based on the sponsor. Until we get there, we can't say with certainty, sir, you can be given your indefinite when the sponsor or the main applicant is not given indefinite. Let's wait and see. Has the laws changed, Yeah, Beshe. Thank you.
Nice one. Lawyer, I think sir, yeah, answer questions in the be among for so be frame unso be graphing as I will join you say na more be free na money there okay, me picking 1 or 2 course na signing out. I think I picking course in be but so I feel no be joining and there number no WhatsApp number and the screen so no many lawyer wisdom account every Fridays be a many no wise man solicitors. You can UK in Como solicitor, a champion man power being for my calling office in your can say this man idea form. Idea form. And in man brief number in that screen is no obey me SAV and now the screenshot. I hope it's all free. I'll be to me a frame, me pick 1 or 2 course. But lawyer wisdom account number and I'm a to screen to see no send a bear. But me a contact wise man solicitors or my numbers the whole screen so my office number and the mobile number and I will show screen so no to me pick 1 or 2 calls be na me sign it out. Not just say you bet me sign it out. Na and I may do my next week. Omo me who am miss call. I think some my friend. Hello.
Hello, DJ. But I'm saying a follow up question.
A lawyer too.
Me paucho. Minyum no on. Ana omu who say menya a friend say hernia. Inti no menyim ne mu na omu booki me appointment. But then no mo see because menyim ni inti no omu ntumi enye surgery. Inti ajima we yeah. That was I think menya be 4 months 5 months is a day ni mu no. But you see and my okra planning at 10 months. Afia and somebody date aba for surgery no. Inti na mpacho me bisa say sisi ano me student in Kratanam deba ewu last month February. Now this month Safian Samekwe surgery it maybe say since in Kratane will make surgery now. Omo de kabe bremia na because me bani Kratan by me to me application it maybe say make surgery now. Omo de NHS the kabe bremia na. Culture me question.
Okay. Yo, lawyer.
Thank you, DJ. Sister, yes. Sir, unni asitna ewo krom ha. Sir, u use the NHS na. Omebe bro invoice. Omebe bro ka sitia. But say ye bro canon swa. And just ubetia bibia at once. Ubet many one about into payment plan, payment arrangement. Say, look, yes, my health is important. Mama nim entina mama my surgery no. Yes, Moody Kaba, $100, £100, 200 pounds, 500 pounds, and £1,000, and £2,000. Masum, but meant churning now at once. Met me piano, maybe £100, and every 200 pounds every month. You come into some sort of payment plan with them, almost somewhere. Just make sure, sir, you keep paying. So yes, on the broker, because on the date now, the surgery no, wouldn't sitting and on a broker. But arrange with them and make sure, say, you pay in installment as agreed. And yes, as okay, application, I bet to me, Edia no, Edia real, and please, that is what it is. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Teria Kwame. If you have a newborn baby in the UK and the mother is a British citizen, but the father from Ghana with just 2 years visitor's visa, so want to know if possible for a man to get stay because of the child. Yes, it is 100% possible, but we have to go over a few hurdles, a few skills. We have to go over a few things. So yes, over to me, a friend. Na waba ya tenase amachironia esasa then because ubani British nente ubeteme anya wasitna ewo kroma. So yes, 100% possible, Mr. Teria Kwame.
Ba lawyer, mami ka asem na ye nkrofo no bebre tu kwan na the way na ye praise him health care ni ante na be free na we say appointment back utimi buku appointment back date no ya date yet me no kobe 6 months 8 months next year into ya asamba kwa me can say no we ku Ghana uwo usika ukoya ubako hu doctor UK most more disadvantage. If you say we book ni appointment, oh no, oh my baby, you can ya brand we say
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, when in Ghana, Hano, Ghana has a problem, and him say yes, he helps you, but they were be music canon no. Obia problem because if you are many baby, I can say, oh, na me say me call hospital no, go doctor's appointment, go queue no wa. And in the monka queue no you say what over kwananya sisi na show mini madam for be me body di or a doctor wa say last me friend also about UK And I'll say, Chalon, feel fine. No go hospital. Go go appointment to go who doctor. Doctor is on coffee no go numusio no na. See as a background. Also on yare on go numusio no na. Also yare but doctor say or check the shinya no go da no numusio. I say what? Okra say okra drove Ghana by. And sometimes disadvantage they be no know. But do I yanka? I'm saying hospital free, and I am crop so because you physical cash, as in where you are showing we into what you can almost say free. There is nothing free, bro. Free thing.
Somebody is paying for it, so
yeah, and that's every month be a too. Every month a Robin Peter paper. Every month be a no yet feel way no sikem yet utia health. Yebet na saa de no motew no ewom se untua physical anti broni nyansa no eni kwa na make say paying for no mutia mu use saa de no ha ono nyansa no use ni se nkrofo no ye 30 million na 40 million na 20 million na say 15 million na ejuma otite mu saa ska wen kitinkiti wen nyina wa kese no mu ye ejuma na nyina na 15 million no nyina nko hospital one strategy no 15 million no the year no kwa obu onko hospital Inti otititimo no omo de be serious e bi omo cost be 4,000 5,000 pounds 10,000 pounds no Robin Peter paper otititi we musika na odigi nya na o sortia and it's am kwa mu say free no ono no health no create no mboka ba kokra almost angrofo no omo mboka ba ko nti year no bisa won say how many times kwa na wako hospital this omo makoye omo da dialysis bi anamwo major way be surgery bi omukwakoye into that thing enye free mutia na broche for yenga na for na 2 pesa de na ukwa free and na bibia free enye free broni nya ade ma free obefa we semis bi age in a way into lawyer am say ka free the insurance no mutuatia taxes mutuatia by obi awukwa yen hasen de onim say buga movement ukwa e ka just say pay uchi have scar cash ba mo hono uchi an professional way ba wo na won fele won say won tua but lawyer
yes, DJ, we don't say.
And I am what they make and you know
DJ, a plain point. Say strategically, money settle status, why only indefinite utria, and then your friend IHS, Immigration Health Surcharge. And ukra boy ding sing the application fee number. Application fee na make us say application fee is £1,258. The Immigration Health Surcharge alone is £2,587 and 50p. That is the IHS Immigration Health Surcharge. Ubechia, Wuko Hospital, one call, Wechia the IHS. You pay until someone will indefinite, but until then, you will have to pay the NHS. The IHS. Omunia assistant, omuna yebromu invoice. Say why you see the NHS until you have to pay. Omudia more invoice. Omu 2.5 nedia. Omune the IHS now. Now, so Sika, there are private clinics in this country, private health facilities. Sika, you pay, you go for your service. You go for a service. Sometimes queue no ewa NHS no queue no wa and to wait me that to send your sister okay wait me that so sometimes zana date now aba unfortunately and one thing sometimes we share America system now to some extent it's not bad. You pay your insurance, you pay and do for doctor so here appointments are fine overcall. They'll take care of you, your medicals, your checks, your annuals. They'll do your MOT for you. We hear emergency. You're from your friends. Is it emergency room or something like? You go there. Pack. Insurance will take care of it for you. because you are paying your insurance every year. I have my insurance card with me. Every year, you take from your pay. They're taking it from Madam's pay. And to be doing I want appointment. You call today. Today you can go to your emergency room. You can go and see your doctor anytime because you are paying and the insurance is taking care of it. Because
in Ghana also your private company hospitals.
Yes. Sometimes no.
And your government ones. Young cry government ones who at the end of the day, you show queue or cry show.
And say, there is nothing free. You pay one way or the other. And say Uber to me, of course, if you can afford it, it's not everybody who can afford the payment out of pocket. If you can afford it, every once in a while, walk up for your private checkup, private clinic. They check you up. They have their invoice. They have their consultation. They check you totally. You are okay. So, but in a majority of cases, you have to wait until the NHS gives you the date, and then you can go and do your surgery and things like that. It's not bad. It's a good system. It's good because it takes care of a lot of people who possibly or probably cannot pay. It's a very excellent system. Of course, it has got its own challenges, but I think the NHS is a fantastic health care system in this country. And whatever we can all do to keep it going, we should.
But as some American be any free lawyer and the man to go for the team.
Yeah.
Rooney on child free, on yard free. But free say free and you're free. Yeah, go for no me who said I'm Tanya Mocassi, but we free, but go free. One a trouser. I'm yard free. I'm not in a professional way. Oh, my own, but Uchia. It's free. Anyway, lawyer wisdom account me that's a wise man solicitors and the abebu ne usha screen so a flyer na was on the number office number na was no and the mobile number office location lawyer Fatuja wise man solicitors Dawson Junction McDonald's Big Mac the print house. Yes. I'm printing in car time out. And I'll back what you were sitting at. But I'm on visa. Lawyer,
DJ.
Yeah, sign out. Yeah.
That's it. And then so yeah, morning 8 up to 8 o'clock. We should have closed by 7 something, but we've gone up to 8 o'clock. DJ, thank you so much. Eternally grateful to you, and thank you for all the listeners. I think we are being of service and advice to Ian Crawford. That is the intention of this program. And of course, 2 days ago, Obi Frame, I was on my way to the office, and Obi Frame, I said, lawyer, thank you so much because you have made us fully aware of what is going on. Oh, no, immigration problem, Onibi. But the fact that he's fully aware of what is going on, that alone is just gratifying. And I was very pleased that Obi Afre, and yes, all question. He just called to say thank you. And I thought, wow, that's very, very nice of him. And we just being of help as much as we can to our people. And of course, say real program, no that's a follow-up question. Friend, no booking appointment. Friend, no booking appointment. And no, it's gonna be consultation. Either say your phone consultation and now Ubepa office near Tnasi, near discussing. That is after this program, any follow-up calls must be a telephone consultation or an in-person consultation. Not yet me a discussing Bibia fully. A wise smart solicitors. Wise smart solicitors. Number 18 to 22 Ashwin Street. 8 to 9 the Print House. 18 to 22 Ashwin Street. 8 to 9 the Print House. Young Dalston, the postcode is E8 E83DL. Dalston, London, E83DL. Telephone numbers. Office number is +44 2080 165 384. +44 2080 165 384. Mobile number +44 7931 411 042. That's +44 7931 411 042. We are in Dawson Junction. Yeah, Ben Dawson Markets now. Your Dawson Junction behind McDonald's now. Your building is see you Akola Theatre. No Bootstrap Charity. Sorry, be where your right hand side. Shiloh Pentecostal and Shiloh Pentecostal Church over the right hand side. Yeah, your building over the left hand side. Upa Wenim Kakra, we are right there. Yeah, color manufacturers painting something. Yeah, throw a building this suit. It is artist color manufacturers. Artist color manufacturers. Yeah, throw a building this big one. You are right under that symbol and are right under that sign. A bootstrap charity. Uba, yeah, sure. Whatever we can do to help and support for you to get your stay in this country, we would advise you in accordance with Emrano. Yedamwa say, and I yesrenso say, Muba yesremo. Wait there, Mr. DJ, through you, Mr. say, Yaba questions nipino. Na young wedding questions na because if you are whole business, I meant yes, I meant to be the right answer. Obi by say, one it will be a buyer. And not on any BB papa man till honey. DJ Pacho Uti sa question.
I said nipa omo share maybe I'm not a newcomer. I'm almost sharing a lawyer the on pet connection questions. Connection now we be service the connection questions. Oh here no uncle straight in mouth.
Yes, sir. Say Uba.
Worry na me worry papa. I don't feel cry.
Some questions no ubisa emwa enti so wa worry a uyiri ukunu ukunu enti nemu ye mo fie mu da mu de enye TV asam ti misramo Uba mumbisa question no mum package question yie na yentime ema mo emwa ye pa edamu ase ejidi se nyame aduma da se ne ye be sign isha DJ. Thank you. Akpenau. Maune jomo. Ne femo. Ni o ona jomo. Onlo. Nwa jowo fe. Ni nwa jowo. Ni eha o hewale. Koni next week ho obanyo pe. Ni no ni sani o fe. Oba fe ha o mambi. Nwa jowo fe. Ka o manyaba.
Nice one. Alo ya sa ukaze sama we over to tikita mama na mabana ana wangasa.
We dey ever discuss it on the show.
Wise small solicitors. Lawyer Wisdom Akao. Me then as oba so every Fridays be amene wa from 5:30 to 7 and then you started 6 and you actually 2 hours. I pick up calls come up. More friend, more the questions about comment section. Munya me dem say me dem make say omo aso and a bit information is very important. And yes, obeka say unim and obi say and obi wadan for be see any say and if na unim obi na da me obi na say no. See information feel the right people. After that, so bet me your own search with me read DBB. Yes, very key. Madam say some share mama joining in SVTV Africa fans. Yeah, Madam say mon support it. On the program be say no, educative program be say no. On the views no form. But now go here. You so there will be a do be at back. Obi ni cables na touch it. Na go go. The piatan yeah. What will you get after this? After you know, then we see. And there are so many things. We will keep complaining. Yes, smart, no, they will keep watching things. No, they will use their head. No more. But maybe I didn't want to. She knew. You creative idea, no, or creative they know, or no benefit. But mom good they you are just wasting your time. To me, the mature, I'll tell you, say, information is very important. Try self-based research. Maybe some about to be sending messages, maybe some questions. Me on make a choice Google or YouTube or search it. Because I mean here bibia and baby I search it. And you see, ade bi esi bia na ade bi ekoso bi obi aye bi. Nti you search ya obi hu. Push video obi hu. Don't waste your time on noise. What your noise na che then na ma obi di downfall na muti. But how to the other no bitch no be so camera no bitch no you say no I dramatize no the be account what I will get no get anything. Madam I say madam production team I say if I'm DJ Nyame subscribe to your channel follow your interviews in there me business link so me dey about many omo ye business so din komo oni mo bi so ye business I mean or a business come mo WhatsApp mo say me be din komo yentie no the business all ye lenke obo se bi wa me pharmacy ye omo moton we ye me ye ni nyina me obi adi nkomo mo akwantum so formation ekwa countries bia me obi adi nkomo nti the issue and the na bi say oh nyame dia no make you no me person to quite in the right get information. Yes, obedu we now you don't know your left and right. Obi be na was sending manko pie wa how my stranded. Na who to kwan akọ na woni mo bia o ana. And before we to kwan akọ baby no. Sanye man sa de na twem o 70s 80s 90s sa kontu na twem o woni mo bia na nam street so patcho me Ghana ni we Ghana ni twem. Get to know people. I mean, get some information and your research and some of pay. I go to coin. But who are copy and I feel me show be and I only Ghana you are and now free Ghana corner now can say. The ones that we no need information. Anyway, madam I say Shamu Kroma I say tour.
This Airbnb in Dansoman Estates, Accra, is only $40 a day and offers all the amenities for a comfortable stay. It is also conveniently located 30 minutes away from the airport. We also have 1 and 2 bedroom apartments for long-term rental at Englishy, Amamprum, 15 minutes to the Wedgetop booth and the West Hills Mall going for 1,500 and 1,000 Ghana cedis only. Call Parry Group on 053-866-3532, 053-866-3532. This is Parry Group of Companies.
Delight Cocoa, the authentic, original taste of African porridge. Available in all African and Caribbean shops. Delight Cocoa.